What's up, everybody? It's the Shonen Speak Easy, and I'm your host, LQ.
And it's Big Chill, aka Landon. You know what it is. I thought we had a third person, but I guess not.
Yeah, could have sworn we
My
had a
bad,
third.
bro. My bad, bro. It's Murray. What's up, y'all?
He was so
I
ready.
was literally, I was literally taking a sip of this scotch. I'm like, all right,
See, there
I'm
we
not
go.
gonna front you, bro.
Just and he's a dependent. Great.
In
See,
this round, I drink.
I'll say his running gag is going to be either food or a drink.
You know what? You're kind of right.
And the gag if it's real life, bro. I live this. I
Fair
live
enough.
this.
We guess. But today's episode, we got quite a bit to cover, but we wanted to start out with, one of the biggest parts of our name, anime. So Sakamoto Days, we keep giving y'all updates. I am slightly behind on the weekly update because I decided to completely have a busy life on the weekend and I forgot about the Sakamoto Days episode drop, but I am at least up to episode 6. I know episode 7 is Jurassic Bastard, so I'm going to catch up. But Landon has the details on episode 7. He can give you his thoughts on it. I'll give you the thoughts on pretty much everything leading up to that episode so far.
Yeah, I
So
got you.
take it away.
So, in regards to the show, the fact that last time we left recording, I was on episode 3 or so, whatever, and now fully caught up. So, that just shows you my dedication to this anime shit, guys. But in regards to like the running gags, like the fact that his glasses are supposed to be bulletproof and it always breaks anytime he has
Oh
any
man,
type of reaction. Oh, what happened? Something happened?
you froze for a second, but it's all good.
Ah, fuck. Well,
That's a good
fuck.
gag, bro.
We're gonna keep it moving. So in these particular episodes, but do we really want to spoil though? Because some people haven't really seen, So I don't know if I should be like
Let's see,
spoiling this
what is
stuff.
it? Tuesday episode drops Saturday. I keep the spoilers light.
Okay. Well, in this episode or whatever, um, we learn a lot about Shin's backstory, his past and stuff like that. Um, and basically, he was a child who was, you know, experimented on or whatever. And it's a lab that they go to or whatever. And a lot of shit happens. That's the best way to put it. A lot of shit happens. Um, and it's left on a cliffhanger. That's the best way to put it. I don't want to say too much more because there are some characters that they introduce and stuff, and but the pacing of this anime is very easy to digest. I feel like it's something easy going. Like if it's if it's like a starter anime or something like that that you want to just watch and see what all the hype is when it comes to anime in general, this is an easy anime to watch and an easy anime to keep up with. Like it's not something that's gonna go over your head. Oh, I gotta look this up and figure out what this means and what this means. Like it's very simple to understand, very simple to watch, and very enjoyable. Whether you watch sub or dub, don't really care to me because I know that that's a big debate in the community, which is a stupid debate. But so
Absolutely. And one thing I can definitely say about this show when it comes down to the consumption part is it's shorter than a lot of shows that people are watching these days. Like there's not
yeah,
45 minutes episodes. It's 23 minutes. Get in, get out, get your laughs, get your action, all that good stuff. I really do like this show. And I'm so disappointed that I'm an episode behind now. But I'm probably gonna watch it before I go to bed. So I'll probably have even more stuff to say after this. But what is the dude's name? Hey Suk? It's like or Helsuk? The dude that's dumb. Just like
oh
a
yeah,
plain out
the
idiot of
sniper guy.
himself.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sniper
the
guy.
sniper, he
Yeah,
is hilarious.
yeah,
Like I didn't at first I thought it was just gonna be like all gimmicky, but like his persistence on like, man, are you sure the target isn't here? Are you sure Sakamoto isn't here?
and the fact that he got found out because of Lou being drunk, like her dumb ass just ruined everything.
Oh my god, everything. So like it's weird because like everybody is a comic relief while simultaneously also being like the coolest people in action sequences,
Agreed.
except for Lou. But you know, Nagamo, Shin, and of course Sakamoto himself, just like they make action scenes so badass. And really, it does like for anyone that wants to watch an anime that has action and comedy, but is also fairly lighthearted. You're not about to get traumatized by watching the episodes. This is the show to watch. I
Agreed.
have a few more to that I'm watching as well. Like I'm watching Mashal
That's what I
for
got up next. I'm probably gonna start that sometime this weekend.
well worth it. In the season 2, it gets so much better. I didn't think that it would take the turn that it did, but it's definitely worth it.
But
I think it's fantastic. Let's see, what else am I watching? Of course, I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing, catching up on One Piece because I only started
hey,
because I only started watching it maybe a year ago, and I've been watching it sparingly since that year. So I am way behind. I'm
hey,
actually just been watching on one pace.
it's still on
But
hiatus until April, so I mean you still got time.
oh god, I'm not gonna make it there before April.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't, because I mean you got 1,000 some episodes maybe.
Yeah, and I stream. We do the podcast, and most of my consumption is like work and research or YouTube. Honestly, that's my biggest
Hey,
thing. I
if you can
love YouTube.
if you can eventually get to like the 300s by the summertime, I think that's a good goal.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. I'll have
I
that
think
done. I have that done by I'll probably say by Kenzo's birthday. So mid-April.
yeah,
Mid-April. I can do that. I'm gonna
yeah,
bunker down and commit
because
myself to it.
it's a ton of arcs, a lot of shit, man. Like it's drastic how much change after a certain point, and I ain't gonna say the point, but you'll know when you
On the
see it.
bright side, by the time you get to some stuff, they're gonna have the remastered version out.
Yeah,
Which is gonna be fire.
that's true.
Gonna be fire. I can't wait. I'm gonna start
I
it all
mean,
over again with
they
different animation style and some stuff's gonna be taken out.
they already remastering one arc, but yeah, the whole thing is gonna be remastered. So, but if they can do that for One Piece, why you can't do that for Yu Yu Hakusho? I'm gonna keep saying that until I get my wish.
Honestly, I
Gotta
think part of
watch
the
the real
aesthetic.
life action.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
supposed to be
you're
watching.
right. You're right.
God
I
damn it. I'm
forgot.
sorry.
I
Yeah,
forgot
next
about that
week.
too.
Next week we'll be covering that,
Yeah, I completely forgot. My bad.
Claude can publicly shame us.
Yeah,
I'll at least have
Slide.
2 episodes watched by then. But yeah,
I
on
completely
to
forgot.
things that are not anime. Um, Diddy's lawyer dropped out of his case, the
Yikes.
black one.
That's the only
At
one we need
first,
to know about.
I
bro,
do think, yeah.
the first of all, the man's last name is Rico. If you can't get that man to stay on your
Yeah,
case,
that is insane.
you are diabolical.
Yeah,
And for those that don't know, like I've wanted to be a Supreme Court judge growing up, so I know a bit about legal proceedings. I've worked in courtrooms before. When people, like they quiet you when they say quiet quit, or when people put in a 2 week notice, when lawyers are working on cases, they can't do that, so they have to file a motion to leave. They can't just like give up on somebody. And when he filed his motion, he couldn't say why he was quitting because it may have had implications on the case itself. Granted, if you watch Zevi's video on why Diddy's lawyer quit, he gives you some really good insight on why lawyers quit. And he was saying one of the reasons, which I think is genuinely the reason, is because Diddy was just difficult. And
that's
by being
believable.
difficult, we mean like this is a man who is so used to getting his way in every situation. The time that he feels like he's going to have to bargain or potentially lose out on something, he may have flipped out on everybody. Or he may have pressed really hard to get his way. And, attorney Rico, I keep forgetting his actual name. I just got so stuck on his last name being Rico. But the attorney may have just been like, you know what, this ain't even worth the money, which is crazy because Diddy is rich. Like,
Yeah,
really, really rich. He had like, what's this, like a This is a 6 lawyer team. Like I just want people to put that together. Lawyers get paid
Yeah.
a lot an hour, especially to be as high profile as in cases like these. Like sometimes they get up to like 30K an hour higher. So just to think, if you're making that type of money and you say I'd rather not work on this case, either the charges, like the things that they looked at in evidence, are significantly worse than what we thought, or Diddy is just the most insufferable human being on earth. Which, I mean, why not believe both things can be true?
Yeah, I mean, once we saw the Cassie video, I mean that was already the first crack. But we've heard way too many stories throughout the years about all the different things that he's done. So the fact that he even had lawyers last this long and trying to help him out, and now leaving, just when the case is actually brought to trial, and all this coverage is about to happen and stuff like that, it's probably going to be easily one of the top five most viewed cases of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because man,
His
like
name is Anthony Rico. I almost completely forgot, but it's Anthony Rico.
Anthony Rico, wow, that's crazy. Remind me of that Drewski little video. Good news is we got your payment. Bad news, they gave you life.
People gotta give Drewski his credit. That boy be funny. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he do.
Anthony Rico was also served on the defense as the defense attorney in the United States versus Bin Laden case. Now, granted, he wasn't defending Bin Laden. That's not,
Yeah.
but it does sound like it, so we can roll with it
It
for the
does
jokes.
sound bad, yeah. Sure.
It does, but everybody's supposed to get their day in court, and it's kind of crazy that if somebody worked on a case that was like the United States versus basically a terrorist entity, they could stick around for any part of that case compared to yours. Either that man is burnt out, your check stopped clearing, which, I mean, we'd know if that was the issue, or you just an insufferable human being. And we've already, as as far as being like in the leader of the Sean Diddy Combs hater club, I already knew he was an insufferable human being. So I'll take my pat on the back given to me by me, because we do not want Diddy patting us on the back.
You
But
ain't lying about that.
this is the type of stuff that we expected of him, to just be a horrible person all around, a horrible person with money. So surprise,
As
surprise.
most people.
This one just exactly surprise, surprise. Is another rich person is a complete dickhead. But yeah, just had to bring it up because I
Oh.
thought. But I just want to bring it up because I was just like, you gotta be terrible if somebody whose last name is Rico and worked on a defense case with the terrorist. It just, bro, you gotta be the absolute worst thing looking. Like, you have to look like there's nothing for you. He has to be looking at like multiple counts, like life charges or something of that nature. It has to be crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like
I personally think this isn't too big of a shock. I think the lawyer dropping out is a shock.
yeah, that
We've
part
all
was a
kind
shock.
of known Diddy's been a piece of trash, just from the way he's treated his artists and his label. So, it is. It does speak the same. That lawyer must also be loaded. I know Diddy was paying a lot of money for
Oh
Van
yeah,
Go Away. She, I really don't have too much
yep.
to add to it. I really don't think there's much to say about this, except Diddy is probably he's probably going to jail. Speaking of cat, like for instance, I know actually Aesop Rocky just got cleared on his case.
yeah,
He got guilt free, which is actually pretty cool. And then there's
Hey,
all memes about him jumping Rihanna.
hey, but that is much easier to clear than what Diddy got, because Diddy got too many
He,
charges.
yeah, Aesop Rocky's fan was just Josh. He didn't have any money, bro. That's a whole different. That's a
Diddy.
whole different ball game.
Diddy also recorded his crimes like a dumbass. So it's just like
That's what they always do, bruh.
Yeah,
How can
like
Some
you be
sex
that be that rich
sex
but
freaks they
so
be
dumb?
having
so dumb.
cameras in the basement. They be out there.
Like ASAP Rocky's was slightly caught on camera. You didn't catch the full thing. That's how he ended up getting the non guilty verdict. Is that the proof? You know, the burden of proof is always on those who bring the case forward. And
Yeah.
I saw the situation. I saw the camera footage. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was. I knew he was gonna get a slap on the wrist, but I didn't think he was gonna get off completely. That threw me. But then he showed a snippet from his new album, and I was like, maybe they should have locked him up because that sample was ass. Like it.
Yo,
When
I.
when I said that, so everybody knows. I always say that in the Kendrick and Drake beef, verse two of Family Matters was undeniably Drake's best verse out of the whole beef, and unfortunately, that has nothing to do with Kendrick, and that's one of the reasons why he lost. But when he was talking about ASAP Rocky, how he should have went into modeling because every time he drops an album, all it is mid again. I was like, yo, he's accurate because nothing that ASAP has dropped in the process of releasing this highly, with air quotes, anticipated album has hit. Hijack was lame. If it was a diss track, it's one of the worst diss tracks I've ever heard, but he said it wasn't a diss track, so thank God he gets to avoid that label. But the new snippet with Metro Boomin, I was just like, this sucks too. Like you, like you just don't, man. Just go be a family man. Get married to Rihanna. Go on a very nice vacation. Have your parents watch the kids. Do
Yeah,
something different with your life if you're gonna
and
keep making stuff like that.
he's gonna make another one.
I mean, yeah, keep making the kids. Go for it. Be a family man. Be awesome. Be a fashion model. But I need you to pull a Anthony Rico when it comes to dropping the hits. Quit.
Yo.
Speaking of quitting,
Oh man,
Freddie Gibbs told J. Cole to quit talking tough. Uh, this is a coverage from the Rory and Mal podcast, but I'm not going to quote Rory or Mal because Mal's a fucking coon. But
Isn't it sad that I like? Is it sad that I like Rory more?
it's sad that everybody likes Rory more. There was I think on the Joe Budden podcast, they said they would trade like three top tier picks in podcasting to get prime Rory, but they would just leave Mile behind, which is hilarious. And what's
I mean,
even worse is
he's looking
Mile.
worse and worse, man. He's getting on my nerves for real, for real.
He be saying some dumb shit.
He be saying some of the most ill informed shit ever. And it like even outside of the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, he does have plenty of moments where Rory will make an argument, and even though you don't agree with Rory, he comes off calm, two, he comes off sensible about his takes, and three, he can accept criticism. Maul can't do none of that shit. But
At
let's be real,
all.
without Maul, they don't really have any good clips,
That's
to
true.
put on social media. Which we're not engagement farming, so we may not have the best of clips either, outside of me giving my unpopular opinions. But
Oh, oh, we can definitely engage him for him. Just let me know.
oh,
Got
you're
something
right
with
though.
you off your chest.
But in situations like this, Mal is now on a more popular side of things, and it's in response to J. Cole's Clouds. Me and Claude talked about the song. We did like a live listen. We thought it was great. And coming from
Yeah.
someone who is in this group probably the hardest on J. Cole,
Indeed.
even to an extent of like, never mind, I'm not even gonna share that opinion yet. But save that for another day. But let's just say, even though I've seen him 3 times live, I still think that his albums and his discography are greatly in question. And for me to give a song a damn near 10 out of 10 or close, I was fluctuating between 9.5 and 10. I get some of the criticisms surrounding the song, but this is one that I kind of just ignored because I was just happy to hear J. Cole rapping well. And Freddie Gibbs took no time sharing the yawn emoji when he tweeted out, and he also posted on his Instagram burner that "You Only Die Once," which I mean, it's an album title. We know it's him. He wrote, "Niggas be rapping about how they kill rappers and kill their careers and blah blah blah," but he backing out of rap beefs. And the line that he was talking about was where Cole said, "I charted unseen territories in order to push in farther you niggas had ever thought of. I even caught a lot of murder charges turned artists to martyrs when I rocked that turned to goddess." And it's a pretty dope scheme. I didn't say it exactly how he said it because I'm not in that mode, but he was getting a lot of flack for that, even on social media, and a lot of people are tending to lean on the side of Freddie Gibbs. And I kind of want to know what y'all think.
Yeah,
I
you go ahead.
think it's full of shit. You know, that's the dumbest shit I never heard, bro. That's how I honestly feel, bro. That's how I honestly feel. I can elaborate some more on that. I don't think I'm the average person, bro. I'm on here. I'm the uninformed podcaster. LQ knows a bunch of shit. Landon listens to a bunch of shit. I'm a sellout. I listen to Chapel Rowan. Don't be shaking your head, bro. I see you. I listen to pop. I listen to rap. But a lot of time, the things I listen to that no one that may be underground or whatever people don't know about is just fucking jazz instrumental. No one gives a shit about that. And no one gives a shit
Fair.
about battle rap. The same way no one gives a shit about my jazz instrumentals, bro. No one cares about battle rap. That's people's least favorite part on Rhythm and Flow. That's the part that people say this does not make sense to eliminate people based off battle rap. No one cares about their beef game. We care about it now because Kendrick and Drake were literally top five. I think before the beef, Kendrick may have been top five streaming artists for rap. Drake was literally number one. You know, like these are the most streamed artists on the platform. But if I said, hey man, you want to go watch like these rappers that you don't know as pop stars battle, they'd say, no, I don't care. Like Drake has the money behind it, so it makes it entertaining. Kendrick has the reputation, the music, the Grammys, and I made it entertaining. There was a lot that went into it that was amazing. But the fact that like, oh, you can't say you're the best rapper because you run away from rap beefs or battle rap, I don't give a fuck about either of those two things, bro. Personally, not. But that's what I think most people feel. Hell, I at least accept battle rap. Some people will be like, oh, don't be insulting people's feelings. Everyone hug it out, which is exactly what J. Cole said. To be fair, and they literally bowed out, and then you found literally someone posted a picture of him on the beach taking a siesta. Like, I mean,
That was a great joke for when we were talking about this is the appropriate way to take a picture with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, at arm's length, way away.
Not telling her
But
that her breasts feel good on you. Not saying
Which
that
is
you had a
still
great time.
insane, man. That's
Yeah.
insane, bro.
yeah, you see, all that makes the beef with Drake. Bro, if you telling me if Saba and Chance the Rapper had a rap beef, you think anyone would care? You think
Nah.
anyone would even want to hear it? Do you
At
think
least
anyone would
not
even
not not
hear it?
enough people that's going to turn mainstream or anything.
Yeah.
It
Now
won't turn
they
mainstream, but let's even say the casual rap fan who like just listens to what's popular on rap. You
well, the
Nah.
think they'll
casual
be
rap
like,
fan ain't searching for Chance in general, even though
Yeah,
Chance has
not
been
yeah,
dropping some bars lately.
you, I'm
yeah.
just saying I'm saying if you put them in front, like if you're like, hey, I want you to listen to this, do you think they would enjoy it?
All they hear is "I love my wife" from him. That's all they hear. They can't hear anything else.
Like, okay, you have Chance and you have Saba. Both these people are from Chicago, I believe. Both of
Yep.
them kind of don't really have aggressive, I would say, lyrics. Maybe Chance is no, not really. But
Nah. I'm about to say,
eh,
trust me, I'm about to say
eh,
Saba is more likely to be the aggressor here than
I
Chance.
agree. I agree with
I
that.
get
Saba's
you.
aggressively telling his life story. But if you got someone who liked Roddy Rich, if they liked Little Uzi, if they liked Playboy Cardi, I'm talking mainstream as hell rappers. You sat them down and said these two are beefing. Let's listen to the rap beef. One, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna beef about. To be fair,
True.
but
It could just be sparring. We can just settle it as
yeah,
sparring. That who wants to be the
yeah,
best?
it can even be like Rhythm and Flow, where they just have to come up with something.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't think they're gonna care, bro. And I think
Yeah, not enough people will care.
Yeah,
Like, even if you sat them in front of it, they wouldn't even like feel an emotional response to it. They wouldn't get hype about it. They'd be like, "This is kind of corny." I think that's how most people feel about battle rap and beefs in general.
I
Drake and
think that's
Kendrick is different because they're megastars. Like, who
true.
doesn't like seeing billion? If Elon and Zuckerberg got in the Coliseum and fought it out, I'd be watching. I'm ready to see a billionaire get his ass beat.
Same.
So
But I was about to say, to your point, like most people don't care about any aspect of anything they're not passionate about. So
Yeah,
this is the same reason why Jake Paul fights get so much attention compared to real boxers who are actually trained. Like even when that match went down, a lot of us were like, "Yo, the women on the undercard were the absolute best fighters that entire night."
yeah. Oh, that were crazy.
But like nobody cared. Like
But
we knew if they had a headline, they weren't going to get that. They weren't going to get that type of attention. I mean,
yeah.
we know marketing, but we also
yeah,
know pop culture and all that stuff too. So like, I get your point.
but no one's saying Jake Paul's the number one rapper. I mean, sorry, number one boxer.
Oh,
Of
okay, I was
course
say, but
not.
Jake Paul will, and that's the difference. That's kind of the point. Jake Paul is saying he's a real fighter and that he can beat anyone. So it kind of relates in this situation.
I mean, he even tried to take down Canelo, but Canelo decided to, go
Yeah,
against Bud Crawford. So,
Canelo said you're a goddamn clown.
And Canelo also wanted that check.
of course,
They
Yeah,
it, wa-
pay hell on
it,
the
it
east
was a
side of
good
the water.
bargaining chip. Good bargaining chip for the Bud Crawford fight.
yeah, that was a great bargaining chip for that. But yeah, I get your point from the casual perspective, and I
Those
also
those people who watch Jake Paul box, bro, they don't actually
yeah, they don't give two
participate
shits
in
about
saying,
boxing.
but they don't say like they're not a part of the conversation of who's the best rapper. They're not because they don't care that much. Or sorry, the best boxer or rapper. You know, if it's the same one to one kind of person.
I mean, for the most part, that particular audience is going to be some of the same people. I mean,
True.
it's all about what's hyped
It's
up at
pop
that
culture.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
and that's why, like, when it comes to this Freddie Gibbs, J Cole thing, like, I feel like some people could say it's the right message, but the wrong person to say it or whatever. Um, Now, I feel like when it comes to battle rap and stuff like that, it's obviously a very niche thing when it comes to, hip hop and stuff. I enjoy battle rap. I mean, I've always enjoyed it. But,
Same.
when it comes to certain, certain people in the population or whatever, I get it if you don't like it. Same thing with, like if you're comparing like sub genres of, different genres. Like if it's like heavy metal or something like that, I ain't trying to listen to that shit. Um, But for other people, they may love that shit, and that's cool. But when it comes to battle rap, I have like went down the with the rabbit hole for I don't know how many battle rap contests I've seen, but I've seen a lot, and I enjoyed it a lot. But when it comes to it, you can't just dip your toe in it and then be like, oh no, I'm good, I'm good. I'll just play. I'm kidding. You can't do that. Either you go full
you have to
in.
be a good battle rapper though to become a rapper who's good. You
You
have to
said
be the
what?
best. To be the best rapper, do you have to be a good battle rapper?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, like a lot of people think that Drake's the best rapper, but when it comes to battle rap and stuff, I don't think necessarily like he's known as a battle rapper or whatever. Like if it was like Cassidy or someone like that, who's known, to do battle rap and stuff.
Oh
Yo,
my
Like,
god.
like
Cassidy.
if you were to
I don't
compare,
even really watch much battle rap, and Cassidy's battle rap beef is fucking iconically known.
like if
Yeah.
you were to compare, Cassidy and Drake, like that's not even a comparison. So like I said, it's all about the niche area. Like if you like it, cool. If you don't, hey, it is what it is.
I kind of throw rap beefing and rap beefs in that same category of battle rap. It's not the same thing. It isn't, but to me, it's in the same breath.
If you're
I just
good,
throw it out the door.
if you're good enough, like the fact that the Kendrick and Drake, like it's easily a top three beef of all time in any genre. But
Hmm.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
like if you're good enough, it can carry. It can carry a whole lot of weight. Jay Z and Nas back in the day, that carried a whole lot of weight. Tupac, Biggie, that carried a whole lot of weight. Um, so like you have battle rap elements and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be strictly battle rap. So
True. And I like that you made the distinction because I was gonna say that as soon as I started to talk about it. since they're like battle rappers cannot win most of the time will not win commercial rap beefs. And it's because of one thing that I made a distinction in when somebody that I was talking to the other day was complaining about like they said now this was a real weird take. It was all this is a Haitian dude. He said that the only thing that the beef proved is that the big three can't rap. And I was like, that's a wild
What?
ass statement. Now, granted,
It's
when
wrong.
everybody jumped on him, I did the most journalistic thing that I can do as a non-journalist. I just simply asked him, "What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that would have been
What
my
is it
first
That's
question
like?
better you
too.
What?"
than better you than me, bro. Because I've been like, you fucking
Yeah,
bugging.
Because
because I
I
was
would have been
like,
like, I would
so
have
I
been
was
like,
like,
what the
because in
fuck are
what
you talking
sense?
about?
Right.
Like,
And see, that's the route that most people will take because it makes sense. But when I asked, I said, so what do you mean by that? Because in a sense that these people can't rap, like, can they not battle rap? Are they not good rappers? Like, just go ahead and break it down to me. So he broke it down to me. Obviously, I disagree,
yeah,
but I framed it in a way that, like, one, when he reframed it, it was just a hyperbolic statement. He doesn't think that they truly can't rap. He just thinks that they're all literal pop rap artists, and that pop rap artists don't do well in beefs or the battle scene. And I was like, I also disagree with that, but whatever. Give him his, let him have his stance
Yeah, it
first.
gets worse and
yeah. Because it
worse.
sounds like he's struggling to
Yeah, it
find
does
one.
get worse. Yeah, so he was comparing them to like Jada Kiss and other people. Like he was like they would be able to wow with the lyrics, but also be able to make them into songs, like to gritty songs that like get at a person, but also are lyrically more clever. And I was like, all right, here's the thing where I can level
Is he
with him.
trolling?
Nah, he's not.
No,
And there's a small, very small part where I can level with him. I can name better lyricists than everyone in the big three. Easy.
Oh, I already
That's
know
not hard to
one.
do. Yeah, exactly. We know Lupe is right there, just number one out the gate.
No doubt, no doubt.
Um, Black Thought out the gate. You know, even Nas out the gate. Like those are three people who are lyrically more impressive than the three people that we're talking about now.
Completely agree.
So I don't have a problem with that statement, but everything else beyond it, of course, was some bullshit. And I was telling that one of the biggest things about this rap beef is that people that are beefing that like do rap beefs on the commercial stage that are popular rappers, one thing that they're really good at is they already know their audience. Like when Kendrick brought up the potential daughter in Meet the Grams, the reason why he didn't have to detail the whole thing is because he already knows his fans always read between the lines, regardless of if you tell us, if you make us look for it, if it's coded language, they will go look for it. If it's in the form of allegory, personification, foreshadowing, his fans will pick up on it and they will go dig and they will search for it. Drake knows that his fans have to get moving with whatever he's saying and he has to be witty because the people that listen to Drake have either been introduced by listening to Lil Wayne, they may also be fans of Nicki Minaj, or they just have a very low tolerance of having to dig through lyrics in order to find deeper understanding. So there's no layer to coding with Drake. With J. Cole, I always say this and I will stick to it and I will say it again. J. Cole is common for niggas that don't read. So with that
Mm,
said, you can be very technically impressed by him and you can think the shit that he's saying is deep when everybody else is looking at him and be like, it's kind of surface level. Like the people that, that are heavy into hip hop will look at them that way. So with that, all of them approach the beef with those things in mind. And that's the reason why battle rappers can't have commercial beefs on that stage. They don't know commercial audiences as well as these already successful commercial artists. Because if that were the case, Cassidy would have platinum albums all over the place. But this man made
indeed.
Opa Condom Style out of the Gangnam Style song, and it was one
Oh
of the
my
absolute
goodness.
worst songs that graced this earth.
Oh man. Just remind me
So
of that, man. Gave me like PTSD.
it's terrible. And you would know what's crazy? My brother in
It's
law sent it to me
fucking
like 3
awful.
weeks ago. I was like, bro, I hate you so much. Why did you send me this? But with that said, because I don't want to be too long winded, but we know how I am about hip hop music. Um, Still think Clouds is a great song. Do I understand the criticism? 1000% yes. Do I think that J. Cole deserves it? Still 1000% yes. But the thing is, even though he deserves the criticism, I know it doesn't hold that much weight. And that's okay. But I do believe that, like, if you're, it feels weird to be like, I got a gun. I'll kill everybody in here. And then somebody's like, didn't you get shot last week? And he took your gun? Like, did you get shot with your own gun? That's fucking crazy.
But
Like,
now,
everybody
now
has
I
the
got
right
a
to
new
make.
gun, but I keep it holstered.
Exactly. And it's like, everybody has the right to make fun of you for it. But it still doesn't mean that you're not, you can still be a skilled gunslinger, even though you haven't shot anybody. But you can always go to practice and hit targets all day. That doesn't mean you don't have the ability to go shoot targets at the range anymore.
Yep.
But whenever it comes down to actually shooting somebody, we get to make fun of you because when you had an opportunity to shoot somebody, you dropped your gun, the bullet went off, and then it ricocheted and you ducked and hid for cover. We get it. It still makes sense. But I will say the way that J. Cole did it is what pissed me off. It's not that he did it. And of course, y'all know from when we talked about Port Antonio, it's the framing and revisioning of history that pissed me off. So
Yeah.
I do think this will be easily glossed over, but I will also say I don't think there's much that J. Cole could say if he went into a beef with Freddie Gibbs, because Freddie Gibbs is like the least ashamed person that I have ever seen in rap music.
Oh, we know, especially given his personal
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, that nigga does not care. But it also, what works in Freddie Gibbs' favor is he is very funny. If y'all haven't seen him beef with Benny the Butcher, might have been one of the funniest things I've ever seen for them to not lay down tracks. When that man made fun of Benny the Butcher because he sounded like he was out of breath making his video, classic moment. But even better, when Benny the Butcher got shot and he couldn't walk for a while, and Freddie Gibbs' entire video was "Get up on your good foot." He just was dead, and he
Yeah,
was like,
so fucked
he,
up.
he had the video pointed at his feet the whole time and was like, "Oh, look at this! What is this? Is that two good feet?" I know you don't know shit about these. Matter of fact, fuck it, I'm gonna find the video because I think this is the reason why you just don't fuck with
the
Freddie Gibbs. And
the ultimate troll.
Freddie Gibbs doesn't take shit serious. Like even when he got dissed by Gunna, he made fun of Gunna's he made fun of Gunna's track and like changed the word to rhyme with ribs. He's like, I don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs. That nigga be out eating ribs. And like Freddie Gibbs just been eating ribs every chance he gets and making fun of that one bar. Actually, this is one.
Nah, Gunna needs to work on panoramic.
Like he does this every time. Please tell me that they have this video still. But yeah, just to end my point here. One, Freddie Gibbs is hilarious. Two, nobody should really take this too seriously. And also, I really don't want there to be a beef between those two because I genuinely think that Freddie Gibbs would win. Not because he's the better rapper, but because he is the person that you don't really want to fuck with when battle tested because they don't take shit seriously.
Yeah,
And that's what
he's a
makes
master.
somebody.
He's a master troll.
He is. And
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Thanks, Cheeks, but your intro is Jesus Christ.
so fucked up, man.
Yo.
that's what. That's why I'm
Man.
just like, yeah, don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs. Like you just continue to ignore him. You
Oh yeah,
don't need to say
that
anything.
I saw that picture of Freddie Gibbs and DJ Academics. That was funny too.
Oh yeah, that is fucking hilarious. Yeah, Freddie will beef with anybody, and then he would just get a laugh at it and go on about his life. He doesn't fucking care, and that makes him extremely dangerous. I just wouldn't bother.
Very.
I really wouldn't bother, especially because he the type that like is willing to fight and get his ass whooped, and he just still don't care.
Yeah, because didn't he get
But
his ass whooped by somebody?
Getting fights with,
he
fights with, bro.
he did. He did get his ass whooped by somebody, and he
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
fucking care.
that's what I thought.
I think he went the next day and like went. He had a video where he was going to get breakfast, and he was like, "I don't care. I'm about to go get some pussy and go home." I was like,
That's a dangerous nigga right there, man.
dangerous. But yeah, I will say I'm more on your side here than you think, Claude. It's just that I think that he
Yeah.
still deserves the criticism. Like it is what it is. I do think it to be the best, you don't have to be a great battle rapper. I do believe though that like when it comes down to anything that is sport or competition related, you want to be tested in all aspects of your skill set, and you at least have to be able to hold your own. Like you shouldn't have to be in the NFL. You don't have to be the fastest, nor do you have the bench press the most or have the highest vertical. But in a combine, all those things matter because they're all aspects of the game. So I do think that like the way he went about it is what made people critique the whole battle tested thing, which also 7 minute drill sucked. So that didn't help. It'd be different if it was fire, but it sucked. So you dropped the sucky diss track, then you apologize, then you took it down, and then you do the tough talk thing again. And everybody's like, well, these bars are way better than anything you've done in a battle. So who cares?
The boy who cried wolf.
That's I. That's kind of fair, I guess. I disagree, but
No, you do. That's fine.
yeah,
I think it's fair.
yeah.
I just think it's part of the sport of hip hop. For people that care about it, matters to people that care about hip hop. For people that just want good music, I completely understand why it doesn't matter. But hip
No, I
hop is
still
different
disagree
than
with
any
that too.
genre.
I'm gonna be a hater, bro.
All right, if the fall off sucks, man, I'm coming right to you, and I'm gonna
Man,
be like,
oh man.
this is why you got to be good at battle rap.
As much
It's
as he's
just
hyped
beef.
it up, please,
Listen.
it cannot be a flop.
It can't. When the KOD came out, because that's when he talked about the fall off. I think he talked about the fall off before KOD, but I know for a fact.
Was it like 20, felt like it was 2017, 2018, something
Yeah.
like that?
He's been talking
like
about it at least since
8
Forest
years.
Hill Drives. Yeah,
Oh, he's been talking about since Forest Hills. I thought it was KOD. Forest Hills.
because
That's
he
2014.
because it's that letter. What's this shit called? The song about Lil Pump. I think he brought it up
Yeah,
then at the end of that
That's
album.
after
on-
Forest Hills.
Yeah, that's
on
on KOD. Yeah, that's
Oh, it's on KOD.
That's 2016.
Well, no, the other one, Fire Squad. Wasn't that also about him?
I don't remember what Fire Squad's about or remember Fire Squad. Either way, though, it's been like at least minimum 7 years then.
Yeah, you've been talking about it for a while. Yeah,
Hey,
any
bro.
expectations for the album though? Like anything any expectations for the album? You think it's gonna be whack? You think it's gonna have a lot of
Because anything like
features?
this last single would be great.
As much
I
hype
know.
as he's
I want
been,
that.
trying to build for the last 6, 7 years or whatever, it has to deliver. It has to be an instant classic. Like once you listen to it one time, you'd be like, okay, that's a classic. Like
Yeah,
you have to bring everything that you got. No more excuses. No more backing down from anything. Like if you want to say whatever, man. Win some of the fans back at least.
nah, for real.
Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
always be a J. Cole fan, but when it comes to like, oh, I'm the UNO and stuff like that, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. So he hinted at it at Madison Square Garden in 2014, which is fucking crazy.
Damn,
Then of
11
course,
years?
as y'all said, he hinted at it again in 1985. I thought he did right before that, but it's okay. I was wrong. But yeah, he's been talking about it for a good long ass time.
Yeah.
Um, my expectation is that there will be more pure rapping, like just rapidy rapping, and then he'll have a couple songs that do some storytelling. Which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't want that from him unless he does it very well. Because contrary to popular belief, I think "Wet Dreams" is kind of corny, and what
Yo,
Hey, don't be hating on wet dreams,
hey,
bro.
that one's kind of fair. That
it,
one's kind of fair to
it's
hit on.
do
Nah, don't
I
be
do I
hating.
listen to the song? Yes. Do I enjoy it to an extent? But it is corny. I think "Crooked Smile" is some of his better storytelling.
Big Smile was good.
Fold clothes. I understand the sentiment. Not good. And I my mind has changed on "For Your Eyes Only." It really has. I really think that it was one of his better efforts, even though, fine, I'll get into it. Even though J. Cole's discography is like a 6 out of 10 across the board, like he has a very spotty and iffy discography to be such a fantastic rapper. And I think it's because he just doesn't dig deep. It used to be that he spread himself too thin. He used to do beats and rap, and then he stepped away from the production more so, especially with the off season. But I just need him to like don't touch a single beat, don't sing your own hooks. I need him to like truly make this a collaborative effort and like sit down with people like Jid, because I still think Jid has put out the best album in Dreamville. I want him to sit down with older artists, the people that influence him. He has to have Nas on the album. He has to
Yeah,
have Nas on the album at this
yeah,
point.
he got to.
Um, those are like my expectations of what I want for him. I want it to be great. I want it to be one of the best rap albums to ever exist. And I want it to prove that 2014 Forest Hills Drive is not his best album, because I honestly, even out of his discography now, I don't think that's his best album. But I think it's just his most successful and his most well received album culturally,
It went
not
platinum with
commercially.
no futures.
That part is true.
Yeah, I think the culture of hip hop loves Forest Hill Drives more than anything else, and I just don't think that it's his best. But I think the off season is literally his best album. I literally think he got better with time. So hopefully he pulls through, because I want him to do great things. I'm tired of criticizing how bad his discography is or how mid it is. I want him to be a fantastic rapper that ends on the highest of high notes. Or he can age like Nas. Nas has put out some of his absolute best work later in his career, from Good Life to the Magic series to King's Disease. Like he rapping like he was back on Illmatic or Stillmatic. So
Hmm.
you never know. There's hope for him. But you know who doesn't need hope at all? Goddamn Kendrick Lamar. This man finally fell to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, unfortunately. And the song that took over was Kendrick Lamar again. This man now, he has his 6th number 1 record, and it says his 3rd number 1 record because Luther hit number 1. Also, shout out to Luther Vandross's estate. I'm pretty sure that everybody that is, a part of his family and, his unit is very happy, not just because they're making money off a song that sampled him, but he gets to live on through music and through artists that actually care about the art that they're making. And that's not a shot at anyone. I'm literally just giving them praise for being able to be a part of something that they can truly be proud of. As a big fan of hip hop and a big fan of music in general, that means a lot to me. So, congrats to Kendrick. He did it again. And even crazier, and I believe in Korea, he's charted in Korea. He's like number 71, which is wild because even American pop music barely breaks into the top 100. But
That's great, dude. There's dance video. It's crazy.
yeah,
Man is globally loved.
he is globally
Hey,
loved.
no matter what y'all say, it's nothing but bots listening, bro. So
Oh,
Hey man, those bots got eyes, ears, hearts. It's wild, man. Robots are getting
I mean,
crazy out here.
I mean, there's no way that you can repeat a song over and over again like you love it or something.
Right. And it's been on the charts for this is the crazy part. Not Like Us has been on the charts 41 weeks and I think the lowest that it has been is like number 21.
That's crazy.
That's all. Literally,
Yeah.
we're only 11 weeks away from this song being on the charts for an entire year. The only thing that's been on here that like that long is Benson Boone's Beautiful Things. Yes, I don't know who Benson Boone is. I don't care. Teddy Swims Lose Control, which I got to give it to Teddy. He can sing. And let's see, the only other thing close to it is let's see what we got. 45 weeks, Good Luck Babe from Chaperone. Like these are like mega pop hits,
Yep.
and like in country songs that are on here. Oh, Peekaboo is at number 38. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane that these songs. Where's Shabuzi? He's back in the top 10, I believe. Yeah, 45 weeks for Shabuzi. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, for anyone that said he couldn't make hits, all he had to do was take down the biggest rapper there is, perform at the Super Bowl, drop a music video on July 4th,
Hey,
perform on
but most
Juneteenth.
people give Drake credit for giving Kendrick all this hype.
Yeah, which is crazy. I think that's ridiculous. But I say that to say he actually went on an actual press run for once, and that's what it could turn into. Because we all know, like GNX was a surprise drop, and which one of the greatest surprise drops ever because it was on my birthday. Let's go. But with that,
Bias.
definitely hella biased. It's way better than the last album that came out on my birthday. Well, okay, I'll be calm. Not way better, but it is better than the last album that came out on my birthday.
And which one was that?
I believe it. No, Yeezus came out in June. So my beautiful
Oh,
dark twisted fantasy. Anybody can get mad. I don't give a fuck.
that's definitely gonna ruffle some feathers right there.
I don't care. It's the best. It's one of the
That
best
that
albums that ever come out on November 22nd. Outside of
hey,
Pearl Jam's,
I would
was it
love to have that dark
Vitology?
twisted fantasy argument
Oh yeah,
because
I'm
I know people that's give me crap about it for I don't know how many years.
man. Everybody knows that the rollout was better than the actual album. And it's
Oh, that
okay.
that rollout was generational.
That is the best album rollout of all time. I'll argue down anybody with that. That's the best album rollout
Good
to ever exist.
Fridays,
Good Fridays were incredible, but then half the Good Fridays end up on the album, and it kind of spoiled the album.
but it did give us some child rebel soldiers, so I always appreciate it for that.
Yeah, and see that wasn't on the album, and that's what pissed me off.
Knowing that album is out there somewhere, but it'll never be released.
Never. But yeah,
Album rollouts mattered.
we can't really spend too much time glazing a bigot. So
You ain't
we
lying.
can we can always make fun of them if you feel like it. Anybody? Just me?
No, you go
Nope.
ahead, man. It
All right,
still
cool.
hurt.
You know,
It still hurts
you
me,
know,
man. I
there's
can't lie.
only there's only so much music can really excuse for you.
Exactly. I don't care what anybody says. Graduation is not good enough to excuse any of his Twitter rants. Like people
Nah,
keep saying, but
man.
he made graduation. But he made graduation. Graduation isn't even one of his. It's not even a top two album from him. I'll argue it's not even a top three album from Kanye, and it's not good enough
Mm,
to defend the type of shit that he's pulling.
I
Granted,
don't care if it was. I mean, if it
yeah,
wasn't
it could
number
be his
one.
best album. It's not going to excuse you being a bigot and
Yeah.
dumbass and an anti intellectual.
Yeah, because every time I see that comment on Twitter, oh, but he made graduation, but he made graduation. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It's not that. It's not worth it. It's just not. I don't. One, we here at Trying to Speak Easy don't condone any of the wild shit that he said, obviously, or we wouldn't be bashing him. We'd be trying to do a soft defense of him, like my boy Deleted. Shout out to Deleted's YouTube channel. That was the one
What?
video where you made a clear mistake. Um, I just don't understand why anybody would try to defend him. And I'm going to dedicate a full episode of why my next statement still rings true. I have disliked Kanye since 2013, and I don't think that and nothing changed to make it better. It only got worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Yeezus came out, I noticed, like, yes, we sonically knew the change. Kanye's always trying to do something different sonically, but the change that I noticed with him as a human being became something that you couldn't just sit here and excuse anymore and say, "Oh, well, his mom died. His mom died." But
I
his
know
mom
someone who
died,
will defend Jesus to the death of him.
and he can defend it in the hellscape that album deserves to burn in. It But I just don't understand how someone who has blatantly said they don't read, that they literally are an anti-intellectual, that they don't like people that
Shout
read
out to Floyd
books, and
Mayweather.
not for real, that don't
Fuck
like
that
to
Harry Potter
educate
book,
them,
bro.
that don't like to educate themselves, a person that will make the wildest claims and have actually no facts to back it up. But the only thing that he knows is, Hitler is kind of a cool person. Hitler had swag. If I dress like Hitler, Hitler could dress. And it's like, you say these things, and some people are like, oh, he's testing the boundaries of what you can say, and like he's testing the boundaries of free speech. But that's stupid,
Some
because
people even
thanks to
defended
him.
that slavery was a choice shit too.
Exactly. Let's not forget that. People defended him
Absolutely
running
wild.
for president when he didn't even fill out the paperwork to legally run in all 50 states. And it was all because he cried about being against abortion, about how Northwest was almost aborted. And then he gives you every reason why somebody wouldn't want to have a kid with him in the world. I just, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Because I'm gonna give everybody every single detail from 2013 up till now of why, if you weren't against Kanye back then, you shouldn't be surprised by what he is and who he is now. He's literally been this man the whole time, but he's just been hiding it behind releasing really good music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his music, man. You talking about a steep decline? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it definitely fell off a cliff. College, he literally dropped like three classics in a row. That's ridiculous. That doesn't happen. And yes, just because
Easily.
I didn't put Graduation is a top two album of his, or even top three, doesn't mean that I think it's not a classic. It's definitely a classic album. It ruined 50 Cent, which makes me happy. But
Hey, man, that competition, man. Oh man, those were the days, man.
yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah,
I will quit rap.
yeah, I'm gonna do a breakdown of all that stuff at a later date, and of course, my peoples will be here with me. If not, I'll just end up cutting it up into TikToks and pissing people
Nah,
off on there
we
and getting really bad reactions.
nah, we definitely have to yeah go in on that for because like I said, I
Yeah.
got two people I know for sure who are big Kanye fans, and one of them loves Jesus, so I would love to see that argument back and forth between y'all two. So
Oh yeah, it'd be easy. I don't have to win the argument as long as my point is made. Because my point is that the album isn't good for various reasons, and that there's only like three or four redeemable songs, and only
he
three
would
of them are
hate
worth the
to
replay.
hear that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Send It Up is on the album, and that's the only defense I need. The only defense I
Oh
need
man,
is Send It Up is on that bullshit, and that's
you
what
used
makes
to
it bad enough,
used to troll you so much with that.
bro. That song is so fucking bad. But now I can at least say Jesus isn't his worst album.
Yeah, now you got multiple to choose from, which I never thought I would be able to say that.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
many, so many.
Like you start off your catalog so strong, first five albums, like I was like, there's no way he'll ever, disappoint. And here we are now.
Here we fucking are.
Damn.
But yeah, that's good God. Hey, you know what? This is kind of nice. We're under an hour.
Hey, look at us guys. We're getting
That was
better.
yeah, we're getting better. And any closing
Progress.
words? I got to make mine quick now. Y'all know, same as usual. Love yourself and the ones that love you the most, and take care of yourself and those that are around you. I'm done.
Stay strong mentally, physically, emotionally, and make sure financially you make smart moves, especially during this presidency. God bless.
I got an easy one. My scotch of the week is Smokehead Scotch. So if you're an alcoholic, don't ignore this part. But if you're not, go get you a bottle of Smokehead Scotch. That's my Indian words, bro.
So
That's
tired
my
of the free
sixth
promo
grade.
we give out here.
Yeah, fuck all
My
that free
hidden
promo.
finest, bro. They make enough money. They good.
Real good. Also, F you Rolling Stone. Lady in My Life is not the worst song on Thriller. You can eat a dick. And also, Future Still Sucks. And
I
the
agree.
Drake collab album is still iffy, even though it is charting. But the only two songs that are gonna make it is "Give Me a Hug" and
And
"Nokia." And
okay,
"Give Me a
yeah.
Hug" is a very cringy ass song. Sounds dope the first time you listen to it. And after you actually like put some thought into it, it sucks. Anyway, till next time. Show them Speakeasy. We out.